It's second episode, yo. It's going down. Oh, yeah.
That was actually nice.
Okay, so we're back again. This is the Level Up Podcast. Your boy OG. We got Maniac Mcgee. Mcgee. I need to talk to Mike.
Yes.
And who do we have here? Who are you guys?
We are Texoma Esports. My name is Ryan Puente.
My name is Victor Cisneros.
You said that smooth.
I'm Derek Taylor.
And y'all are doing excellent with the mic movement. Just going to throw that out there.
Not bad, huh?
Good job.
Smooth
Good job.
with it.
So let me talk into my mic a little bit. Okay, so what are y'all to start off with?
You want me to get that? Okay, that's here. So Texoma Esports started as a modest esports business, just hosting competitive video game tournaments around town, around the Texoma region. We originated in Wichita Falls, but we host events, here, of course, and as well as Lawton and Altus, and looking to branch out a little bit, but that's kind of where we're at right now.
Hey, we got Hobart next weekend.
That's true.
We got Hobart next weekend, so that'll be the first time out there.
I'm sure most people won't know where that's
Hold on,
at. But
y'all are
it's
doing the
a nice
Hobart
place.
tournament?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we just got roped into it
Oh, okay, cool.
like this week.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Pretty good. It's pretty good.
Somebody was advertising it in the VF Discord. That's what I was wondering.
That's
okay,
dope.
so first off, what is esports? Because you said y'all host tournaments. What is esports? Let's say I'm a boomer. I'm someone who just joined the podcast. We don't know what that is. Tell us a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's let Vic talk.
It's just electronic sports.
Literally. I mean, technically, no, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. So basically what electronic sports is competitive video games. The way I like to explain it, especially for anyone who's not too familiar with it, is like, Tetris, Super Mario Bros, all that stuff can be considered esports. Whoever beats the level the fastest, whoever gets the highest score, things like that. That's kind of where it originated. Even if you look at stuff like pinball, hell, even like chess and stuff like that. And anything can be turned into a competitive sport. So it's just that, but video games. That's what we do.
And that's something where I feel like me and you vibe because we originate with actual sports. He is actually the athlete. I was just the wannabe.
I'm all beat up now.
Right. But I'm a huge sports fan. So like when this started catching fire, I was like, oh, let's go, baby.
Well, that's kind of my draw to it, too. Esports kind of came for me, just a personal thing here. When I couldn't play football anymore, once I was, washed out and done with that and needed something to...
Say that again, washed out?
Yeah, whatever. Once I was done with that, I needed something to really pour my competitive drive into. And then there's no feeling like sitting down one-on-one against somebody, playing your heart out, win or lose, when your hands are like this, shaking after the set. Even if you lose, there's nothing like it. So
I agree.
It's the only thing that feels like sports.
So take the sports hypeness and then bring it over to video games, and that's kind of where we're at with esports, correct?
Yes,
okay,
exactly.
Okay,
Nice.
And Marcus, what do you think about all this esports stuff? Because Derek, I guess we're all kind of in the same realm, but this wasn't around when we were younger. How do you feel about all this?
You know what, man? It just all goes back down to the basement, man. You spend a night at somebody's house and they be like, hey, look, man, my boy Craig over here can go to like, level 10 in Tetris, and but you're my boy. We're going to see if we can pass that for him. And it's like that competition is there, from Pac-Man all the way to anything. Everything is competitive, man. Yeah. Just seen people roll dice from competitive and get it. I'm just saying everything's competitive. Makes some mad money, especially if there's money on the line, and reputation. So that's just really awesome, and especially now that it's getting recognized. That's one of the coolest things. Like the one that I watch and my wife hates it. Whenever I'm just sitting there, I watch Overwatch League.
Let's go.
Hard.
This is
Crazy,
this man
bro.
right here.
Hard.
You and me.
Hard.
We need to sit down, do a watch party or something.
Yes. What's your team? Who you be?
I don't rep any.
You don't rep?
No, I just like watching it because they're really high level.
Yeah. So man, I'm Dallas Fuel, man. If y'all see that. I like them. So
Vic says that's not that good.
Yeah.
They're like the Cowboys, aren't they?
What's that supposed to? What's that supposed to?
They don't win. That's why.
Here we go. Here we got 5.
I didn't think we'd see some Dallas Cowboys slander. I like it.
We got 5. You see that?
Yeah.
Pittsburgh has 6, fool. That's why we
Nobody
better.
has that. Okay, so let's keep going.
Yes.
So we talked about with esports, What's the first title? Texoma. What is Texoma? First off.
Well, I mean, just like as I mentioned earlier, it's really a mixture of communities from Wichita Falls, Lawton, and Altus. That's kind of where it started. And again, we kind of accept some other territories around those towns, but that's basically the major makeup of it.
To clarify, Altus and Lawton are both Oklahoma, so it's a mix of Texas and Oklahoma, which is where Texoma comes from. So we're just kind of broadening our space for these relatively small towns, giving it a big tournament feel. That's like the reason I wanted to get into it, was give these kids something to do other than run the streets or whatever. So
for sure. Man, so wholesome, man. Yeah. I didn't expect to get that wholesome up in here.
Well, but you just asked what the Texoma was. That wasn't the nitty gritty questions.
Okay, yeah, we getting there. Okay,
I know.
So let's talk about it. How was Texoma formed? This region. So when we talk about Texoma, again, we're talking more about in the form of Smash in our region. If you're in the Smash community, you know what your region is. It's usually a town. It could be a state. It could be an area, a multitude of cities. In our case, that's kind of what it is, because we're the in between Oklahoma City and Dallas.
We're the perfect bridge between Texas and Oklahoma, in my opinion, for Smash.
Exactly, and that's what makes for some pretty nice tournaments that y'all are able to throw.
Yeah.
But who started Texoma? Who started it?
It's not, and I knew this question was coming. I knew, and I kind of took some time, and I want
to hear from everybody. Like, let's hear this. Let's hear what we got.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like I took some time, thought about it, and really thought about the history of everything that we've done, because we got some history.
Yeah.
It sounds weird to say, but like we got some history, and the way I see it is like right now we're in the original Star Wars trilogy.
You're welcome.
And thank you. The original Star Wars trilogy is what's happening right now. But the Smash 4 stuff, you can't ignore it. It set the basis for everything that's happening now, and that's the prequels. That's the prequel movies. That was back in the Smash 4 days.
Get to the point, man.
But I'm just saying, man.
As long as I'm Lando, I'm fine.
But see, well, that's what I'm saying. I have to set that
precedence.
Because you and Derek weren't there. Marcus was there, and Vic, surprisingly was there.
So you're the original, is what you're saying.
And I'm saying it was back in the days at the deep end. And honestly, you could probably say the deep end. Marcus and Jason started Texoma. In all honesty, if we want to,
I brought something for you.
Oh, that's right. Look, this is a relic, bro. This is player worn.
Smash 4.
This is memorabilia.
That's right there.
Yeah,
put it on real quick.
Dude, I got like 5 of these, dude.
Oh, here we go.
Because that's what I was saying. When it was, I think the only people that are still around is Vic and Noah and me that were like the Smash 4 people.
Well, yeah. I thought like Demo and Wave and all of them too were.
Yeah, they were in kindergarten.
They
were in the kindergarten.
They were there though. They were there.
They had
but I don't.
No hair.
I don't remember. I don't think they were at the
Definitely
deep end tournaments though.
Definitely not like.
Hey,
I don't think.
But were they not in kindergarten while you're winning a free bracket?
Oh my god! Me and Vic were the same age, and I remember. And that's the thing is probably the first Texoma tournament, if you will, was probably the Hastings tournament. Actually, now I think about it.
Yes.
Hastings tournament. I think if I remember correctly, that's when I played Vic in grand finals.
We can't deny that. How does that correlate to Texoma, region being formed? I understand, but like, what started Texoma?
So okay, Vic had something.
I saw him reaching for it. Okay, Vic, let's go.
For me, Texoma really started because I was really fueled by this guy. Everybody wanted to beat this guy because he was godlike in Smash 4. I won't deny it. So everyone kind of rallied to try to beat Ryan, and everybody just transitioned into Smash Ultimate, and it kind of blew up from there because everybody was playing Smash Ultimate. It's got like 80 characters, and everybody was going at it.
And Vic can attest to this because he was there. I think I could say the first official Smash Ultimate set in Texoma was me against Noah. That first money match when he hit me back. The first time I saw you guys since Smash 40. It had been like 2 years since I seen them. Yeah, Noah hits me up out of nowhere. Of course, talking trash. And he's just like, $100 money match. You come over. I'll put it up. This and that. Of course, I'm not going to say no to that. Went over. I won't talk trash because he beats me now. But I won that money match. And I think that was probably the first official.
Okay. So how do we bring Lawton into this? Because that's where I hear that the actual region started.
Of course, they like to take credit, man.
Okay, let's hear it.
Go ahead.
Let's hear it.
That's
How did it start? Let's have Ryan's take. How did it start in your mind?
They as in Noah and Vic, were going to these Lawton tournaments and purposely not telling me about them because they thought they were going to get some free brackets, which didn't end up happening anyway.
I didn't have his number.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't have your information, your contact, so I would have invited you. But yeah, we did mob.
They admitted that.
We did mob out to a Lawton tournament, and I kind of want to say the rest is history because we met Gabe, we met Dez that ran the All Things Entertainment, and from there we just kind of formed like a.
Oh man!
Shout out Dez.
So what does Gabe have to do with anything? Did he do
Gabe
anything?
was a monster.
No, but like as far as like this, did he help with anything?
Well, he
He'll
helped
bring organization to it.
Yeah, he was really good friends with a lot of people in the Lawton area, so he kind of just like was like the center of it all, really.
And Derek, do you have something you want to say?
Yeah. So when I came in, the first time I came into Texoma, if it was even Texoma at that point, was at an All Things Entertainment tournament, and I think Gabe was running the bracket at the time and also playing in it. And that's why I got introduced into the scene. And shout out to Dez. I hope he's doing well. We miss that guy for sure. All Things Entertaining, as far as I know, is no more. At least, or somebody else bought it. I don't know.
Definitely some good times there at All Things Entertaining.
I will say though that the first tournament I went to, I was like, I can do this better.
Damn.
But I mean. Look at us now. Like, look at when we first started. We brought streams in. We brought
it definitely improved.
Streaming in. We brought everything in. Like, it is so much better now. Like, looking back at those old VODs and stuff is so embarrassing. Like how bad they are.
For sure.
I feel like now we're getting to a point where we're like we can compete with like
other people.
Yeah,
other regions,
like bigger regions.
I can agree. I brought this up because there's contention. There's always like, who started it? Was it Vic? Was it Ryan? Was it Gabe? In your mind, Ryan, do you think you had a big part, or who do y'all think should take the credit?
Well, and I was trying to find the old group chat because I know like the original group chat that started was probably me, Vic, Noah, and Gabe, and Derek might have joined in a little.
I don't think I was in the original group chat.
I'm gonna say there was an original group chat where we decided the name Texoma, and I that was me.
Oh, here we go.
Because I remember it was a whole conversation about if we include the H or not. That's all. That's the only reason I remember that.
Yeah.
Like, okay. And when I was like, no, don't include the H. I was like, it looks dumb.
So it was a group effort, you'll say?
It has, yeah. It is.
Are you
I
sure?
know you wanted me to be like, oh, I'm taking all the credit.
I'm waiting for you to say something like that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think I had a lot to do with still keeping stuff together around here. Like,
I kind of agree. He was kind of like at the forefront, like the nucleus.
Well, that's okay. And it's good. I like to hear everyone's take. Let's hear Gabe's.
Wait, are you calling him?
Yeah, no, he's right here. So Gabe, we're talking. How did the Texoma scene start to you?
Me.
Oh, I thought that was his answer. I was like, damn. He's like, me.
Agreed. Yeah, me. No, I think it depends because I've always seen it as like a couple like different things you can count as a starting point, depending on how you want to look at it. My favorite one to say is that two really bored nerds decided to come to a Lawton tourney, and they were from Wichita Falls. And that's just the funny thing I like to say. But that is kind of like what started bridging, the scene, Lawton and Wichita Falls together.
Okay.
Was Vic and Noah coming from Wichita Falls to that Lawton tournament because Lawton was running their own tournaments. I think Wichita Falls was probably
keeping them a secret from me
at the deep end. But there wasn't any like connection until after that.
Very well, very well.
So that's one of like the starting points, but do you want me to keep going with the other things that it could be, or?
So do you think it would be like a group effort, or is anyone in particular? Because I'll say on the podcast right now, everyone's being very humble. Oh, it's a group effort. Otherwise, we might hear other things sometimes. But would you say it's a group effort?
I mean, like collectively, like if you put everything together, then yeah, it was a group effort. But I think there were certain like decisions that like pushed things forward, if that makes sense. like it was a group effort in the sense that there was a scene, there was 2 scenes, and then when they came together, we had to work together. But there was like certain things that pushed things forward.
Okay. What's give me one certain thing. We won't keep you for long.
Okay,
That came from a little later. I feel like.
Okay, so like Vic and like I mentioned, Vic and Noah, like you can say that was like a push forward. They probably didn't, they weren't meaning to do that like make the Texoma scene. They just kind of happened as a byproduct. The other thing, to me, this is the biggest thing, and this isn't gonna sound that humble, but was when I made the Lawton the Lawton Smash page, which eventually became the Texoma page.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Adding more and more.
It sounds like there was that original
and
chat about it. I remember that. Yeah, he made the
I
page.
actually made that page on my birthday. I didn't even realize it until I got a reminder about it years later.
Because there was an old page.
Yeah, they're agreeing with you.
There was an old page, and we kind of ditched it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. All right, Gabe. I think that's good for now. Cause go ahead. Do you want to say something else? One more thing.
Okay.
Oh, he's letting it out now.
Go.
I didn't know how long y'all were keeping me. I'm sorry. The other thing, the really, really big thing was me deciding that we needed a PR.
Yeah, that's
like that was something that that I came up with because I saw another scene, and I was new to everything, so I was like, it'd be really cool if we could like have something for this like area over here, because I found out about subregions and stuff. So Desmond Gomez, I mentioned it to him, and then we met up at All Things Entertaining to like kind of get a layout of how we wanted to do it, and we're like, okay, we want representatives from Wichita Falls, we want reps from Lawton. Yeah. And so then we ended up asking Vic and Quinte.
Hey, Ryan's saying that him and Vic were there at that time too.
Yeah, there was a lot of us. There was actually like 10 people in that room. Pat was in there too.
He said Pat was there too.
That was like the first meeting we all had.
Yeah, no.
And we decided, and then he called that other person in Durant or something. And remember, he was like on the phone with him, and we were asking how we set up a PR and what we need to do, how to work it. I do remember that. But yes, we were there.
I will say the very first meeting was just me and Dez.
Dang.
I met him at All Things Entertaining, and we had a notebook.
He's taking that credit.
We were talking through and writing stuff down.
Okay. All right, Gabe.
So our first PR meeting, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll get back to you, but I feel like we all kind of have understanding. But thank you. I'll holler at you later.
Bye, Gabe.
Okay.
Derek says bye.
Oh my God, I stayed up for 40 minutes for this.
Appreciate it. We'll talk to you later. Peace.
I think the third staple, and I'm gonna humble brag here, is the Discord, the Texoma Discord. I remember getting invited to the first Discord, and it was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Let's keep it clean.
Yeah, no, it was bad. You could tell that they've never used Discord before in their life. So me and Pink Death, which he's not around anymore. He's moved away. He was the one that introduced me to the Lawton scene. I rode with him to a tournament. Him and I built the Texoma Discord and started sharing that link and getting it out there. And now it's got like 200-300 people in it, and
for sure,
probably a cancer now, but it's gotten out of hand a few times. But
it was still very essential in the scene, regardless of how you look at it.
And it's changed multiple times since then too. So
I remember, and this is something I always say, but y'all's was way better because I ended up like taking cues from the Texoma Discord, but VFam had our Discord first, just throwing it out there, even if it was trash.
They might have had the PR, their own PR first.
We did have our first PR. We had the tier list.
Y'all had a tier list.
But we'll get to that. Okay. One thing we can agree about then, that it was a group effort, correct?
Yeah, it had to be. It was
never doubt in my mind.
It's just, yeah, but it's cool though. It's such a crazy, like the way that all these pieces came together is still pretty freaking nuts. If you look back at everything, that's why I like to look far back into that.
Okay, so now let's talk about TES, because a lot of people, still associate. Let me just rewind. Okay, so when we first started doing these tournaments, because I came later, I can't deny that I was not here at the birth of everything. I have no part. but I like to, take some credit because I feel like I took things to the next level, if that makes sense. Now, we don't have to go ahead, Derek. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to agree. I've said this before. I think the best thing that's happened to the Texoma region is VFAM. Honestly, I was legitimately
Ryan is fuming right now. Ryan is fuming.
No, I was legitimately afraid of all of you because you guys were all thugged out when he first came to the scene.
That's the story you need to tell.
Dude, you guys legitimately scared me. I thought things would go to blows when they lost, but they were terrifying at first.
And again, just like I said earlier, we come from actual sports, so
yeah.
On a
I loved you guys.
On the football field, we didn't care. Like you say explicitive to whoever, or say something terrible, not just saying like myself in general, but other people, like that's where they came from. So like we didn't know how to act in this setting, and we didn't know, like, to be honest, the makeup of some of the kids or some of the, like how they are.
Yeah, like that's my big thing with that is like if they were all our age, I'm all about it. But like this is a huge
I agree.
Gap between. I mean, we play against 14, 15-year-olds sometimes. I'm 34.
Yeah.
Like,
I got you. No.
So like it was scary at the time, but you guys brought in the hype. You brought in storylines. You brought in rivalries. You brought in all these things like production. Absolutely. Like VFAM has constantly pushed this scene to be better as far as like content wise goes.
Right. Okay. So I appreciate that. And now like. Texoma is formed. VFAM comes along. The storylines, hype, whatever. We bring. Well, I'll even give credit to y'all because y'all brought Tam the first time. Basically, he saw, he came because of y'all's tournament. We kept him coming. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
And he opened the door to DFW in my mind.
Oh yeah.
And, that helped us get more tournaments, helped us be on the map. Like, I remember the first time, like, Burr came, he's like, I didn't even know y'all were around. But now everyone knows who we are. Even if they think we're terrible, they know who we are. Does that make sense? So the tournament, we're going good, and we're hosting tournaments. We have PR Wars. We start having Squad and Squad 2. Those are, like, almost, like, as big as PR Wars. Like, we were on a roll. And then I remember... me and Ryan were there. We're watching basketball, and the Jazz were playing. And then the NBA season was just canceled because COVID.
They cut that game right in the middle. Like the game they had to cut it.
It was crazy.
Yep.
It was crazy.
Like, what the hell?
I was like sitting there like.
Exactly. And it's like
coming back.
Right.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And then to think about it, like, it's like, wow, this really is happening. And then from there on, COVID kind of killed a lot of things. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of momentum that we had got killed by
for sure. For sure.
COVID.
And in COVID is when TES was formed, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So again, we're going strong. COVID hits. We're all helping with tournaments. Okay. Now, a lot of people realize, that the TES is you three guys, right? But even after TES was formed, everyone associates me with TES. Does that make sense? I know Marcus thought I was with them for the longest time.
I thought you was with them like from the get-go,
I
always see you.
Well, I'll actually say, and Caleb probably remembers this, I hit up 5 people, and it was all our group chat. I hit these 2 up, I hit you up, and I hit Gabe about it. And you and Gabe were...
We got to get Gabe back in here.
You and Gabe were the ones that were like... Well, Gabe was talking about... back then he was saying he was going to retire, and he wasn't... He's going to stop doing Smash stuff. So I was like, okay, that's fair. And then you said you were going to focus on your photography and VF stuff. So I was like, all right, fair. So we got these...
I mean, yeah, like, this was initially supposed to be us 3, you and Gabe. Like, we have we have a group chat. It was the marketing team. It was called Texoma Marketing Team.
And it still exists.
And it still exists. Like, we still talk every day.
All
like,
the time.
we don't really hide things from each other.
And let me just say just on that is, regardless of, I give Ryan a hard time, and, I might like have a rivalry, TES, but we're all good friends, but at the same time, like what you're saying. Go ahead.
I mean, I was just clarifying that you guys were invited. You guys respectively said no, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like,
all right, let's hear Vic. Were you gonna say could be? Because I want to hear what your take is. Because I have a different take.
I mean, it's part of ownership. You could still buy it if you want.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
You can still be part of it.
Let me. Okay. Oh yeah. Hey, Marcus is in. Marcus is in.
Our value went a little bit up, so I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna overvaluate it.
Yesterday's price is not today's price, homeboy.
Okay, so. Okay, yeah. Okay, let me give you my side, okay? Let me give you Gabe's side. Because if Gabe was here, and I didn't tell him to be here for this part. I should have. I didn't think about that. Gabe will tell you that he didn't get an offer.
It was all in that group chat.
No,
Gabe will say that someone
each of y'all
told
privately.
him. Gabe will tell you this. And put it in the chat. We can talk about it tonight. But Gabe will say someone told him, just worry about playing. And he didn't get the invite.
Oh, snap.
So there was a pretty big beef between Ryan and Gabe for a little bit. There was some bad blood.
Okay, let's talk about it. But first,
No, I think it was before.
I forgot. Yeah, Gabe.
okay. So let me give you
Honestly,
my take. That was Gabe's
Timeline's all mixed up in my head.
That was Gabe's take. Okay, here's my take. I was offered. Okay, but what made you start TES? Like, because you started on your own, correct? Right?
He did.
Yeah.
You know where I'm going.
Yeah.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
We don't need to be, I don't want to bring up names or nothing, but
Let's hear it.
there was definitely a lot of snake stuff that was trying to go on. There was some people that caught wind of, our scene was growing and our community was growing, and that there was either some money to be made or, something to be, taken out of it. So I knew there was some people who had interest in starting up something. So I knew they wouldn't do it right. And
Okay, see, I don't know what he's talking about right now. I have no idea. Do y'all know?
that was my true motivation to do it, was because I sensed that somebody was going to try, not you or anything, that somebody was going to try and do it. And if they did, it would have killed everything.
Is it the mall?
We don't need to name names.
Oh, okay. I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
The mall guy?
And so yeah, like I said, I sensed that.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to, like, it's not something that
I
want to dive super deep into, but
I got a whole nother.
but that definitely was
I got a whole nother take.
That definitely was the motivator.
Okay, so here's my viewpoint. It could be wrong. Okay,
Yeah.
It could be completely wrong, and I'm just throwing it out there. Okay, so this is my way I remember it, and okay. It actually started, that triggered this event, stay with me, remember when we were starting the crew battles in Wi-Fi? Okay, so that triggered something where I lost my best local players. Y'all remember that? We lost Crooked Man, we lost White Chocolate, we lost Samson.
Oh, that's right. The Four Horsemen.
The Four Horsemen.
And
they went and made their...
Dwarf.
I was part of that for a little bit.
He was. No bad blood. No bad blood.
Not official.
Yeah, rip Four Horsemen.
Okay, again, you could say my take is wrong, but I'm going to say it anyway because this is exactly what I remember. And let's go. Okay, so basically they left. I was kind of hurt. I was a little sad boy moments. If you watch those Godfather videos I made, they were kind of harsh. I was like, dang, it said some rough stuff in there. But it made me think, like, who are my friends? Because I would have figured they would have talked to me, It kind of hurt me a little bit. But then I realized, well, who do I talk to all the time? Really, it's you guys, in the scene at least, and Gabe. So around that time is when I approached Gabe to join VFam. Okay, stay with me, okay? Which actually was like a match made in heaven almost, where like people at the time, everyone was like, "Did you have to pay him? What'd you pay him?" I didn't have.
I do remember that actually.
I didn't have to do. I didn't do nothing, because he wanted people to be on his side, and we were already good friends, and we've been vibing ever since. But again, we all vibe. We're all cool, right? Okay. You are super mad about that.
I don't remember being super mad.
Oh, hold on. You were super mad about that. Like you were so triggered. You were talking to me in Snapchat. Do you remember that at all?
I'd been one of my intoxicated nights.
Okay. Okay, because Because here's something that you know, and again,
I'm learning right now.
We're all cool, and I will talk so much trash to Ryan,
Hey, I have no
but
idea.
it's only because I know he could take it and he gives it back. You know, we're cool. But
why you saying it like that? What's coming? Hold on.
Because this is what I remember.
I told you we was practicing just in case.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
I have. It's
He
coming
was
back. I got you.
Dude was super tilted. Super tilted. And I remember my response to him was, well, that's your problem, Ryan. You do all this talking, but you don't ever do
Oh
anything.
God, here we
Oh,
go.
damn.
I remember that. It was Snapchat. I
The
do remember
same
Snapchat.
week TES was formed. Is that not correct?
Well, I think I came to you guys just because we have our chat, and I do remember bringing this up. I was like, Caleb's about to bring something up. I was like, and we had already been talking about it. I was like, well, I was like, well, now with us doing this, if he does that, plus, and this is after I had extended the offer to you too, so it did kind of seem
That's not true.
It did seem
that is not true.
And I'll tell you, and that's why I was tilted about Gabe, because I did extend him an offer. I did want him involved, and he said no. He said he's going to retire, and then we see this stuff.
We're going to have to get a
I'm
part
just being
two
like,
because Gabe will tell
man.
you, like I said, he did not get an offer.
I probably have it. I don't delete. It's in chat between me and him.
We'll have to
It's
see
probably
it.
in there.
We'll have to see it. But that's my take. Is I got Gabe. You were tilted. I talked trash. You did all the legal stuff within the same week, and then because I asked you about it, and you said I took your advice, dog. This is a real deal. Like I don't remember what you said exactly, but you literally you were talking trash
because I was already.
Isn't that how it?
Well,
It sounds like
and I'll
it.
tell you, if I was mad, it's because I was already doing it. I was like, well, why are you trying to jump on this now? I'm over here.
I don't
doing
know,
it.
man. That's hard to
And,
believe.
and again, and when I bring up all this past stuff, and I was like, if you could, of course, my buddies, my old roommates at the time, y'all don't know them enough, but if you ask them, I was talking about this stuff back, way back.
If you ask, and it's the same with my side with VFam, they know everything. Like this whole take that I'm saying, they know exactly where I'm coming from, if that makes sense. Or like they hear my side, because that's definitely my side. And Gabe remembers that side too, if that makes sense. Again, it's up for debate. It's all water under the bridge.
He remembered the meeting different too, but.
So like from what I remember though, I do remember us literally talking about all this in our marketing chat.
Agreed.
Like, that's where I thought all the offers were made. I don't know about any messages that were sent or anything like that.
No, I
so.
reached out to just all five of you individually. Like I didn't do it in the chat. That's what I
Bro capping, bro.
That's all they did.
Bro
You
is
said
capping, bro.
I did extend an offer to
Bro
you.
is
I just had to ask.
Bro
Was you
got
like
I did.
drinking
definitely did.
Bro got
at
select-
that time
bro
too?
got
Like I just
selective
had to.
memory, bro.
We're gonna have to find receipts, I guess.
Because honestly, I remember it being because I know it's like the same week as Min's reveal. I know that it was because
That
we was
don't mean nothing.
yeah. I remember that time.
Nah, bro.
I'm telling you, man.
He doesn't. Bro,
But
don't-
I will
bro,
say
don't.
the main motivation was not you. It was the continue should not be.
No, I still like to think I pushed him over the edge.
I'm not saying you did. No. I'm not saying we went to you for the TES launch video. Like you
Oh, for
You made that, yeah.
Yeah, but okay. So,
I wouldn't do
now
that
he's
if
just- now
I
he's
wouldn't
just-
have done that if.
now he's just throwing random things, but that is true.
No, but that was like the same time. So
Okay,
it wasn't a
okay.
surprise to you.
Okay, we have it's all out there. Okay, that's how I view things.
Yeah, it seemed like
Let's talk about the offer. Let's talk about the offer. So, y'all, I did get an offer. Okay, and that's fair, but at the same time, I'll just give you my take. I felt like I just shouldn't have to pay. That's just me because I felt like I did a lot.
I remember
But that- then that-
mentality.
Yeah,
I remember that was your mentality. I was like,
yeah. Let's
Oh,
hear. Let's hear.
I was like, dude, you gotta buy in the company somehow. Like you could just, I mean, you can if you
But
want to,
then-
but that's kind of like hurting us.
But then that was after the initial offer because that's when you were talking to us about joining. I went to you before. Well, I mean, all at the same time, but like there was individual conversations.
You know, I will give credit to Puente. That probably did happen, but it's probably like, bro, join TES. Like,
was it?
bro can like hit me on
Whatever.
Snapchat
Very
talking
casual.
trash.
me and
It ain't
no,
nothing
me and
serious.
Caleb have had me and Caleb have had
what's that
plenty
sound?
business conversation. There's, I mean, like I don't believe him. We'll look into it. He should have gave us. That's why he didn't want to give us the questions earlier, because so I couldn't pull him no receipts.
Look, I'm surprised too. I'm just
I'll
like,
give you that one because
let's go.
I remember you not wanting to pay the buy-in, which is I mean, like if we're all doing it, I would want us all to do it.
So
Like,
even now, like, we still frequently collaborate, especially now with VFam as a business. You know, we're almost like back at square one. Would you agree? At least not every tournament. I don't help y'all every tournament or collab, you would say. But we still work together is what I'm trying to say. But what am I reaching for? Oh, so
Doing a lot of reaching. tonight.
no, hold on. So I didn't take. I felt like I shouldn't have to pay. I've done enough for the community. I do
I
the
heard this
video.
one.
I do the profession. I do the
Did enough for the
professional
community.
services.
We all do enough for them.
Yeah, I was like, he over here. That's why.
That's
You're
up for
thinking-
debate because this man does everything. I'm just throwing that out there. Hey, I'm just
Man,
throwing
he
it.
just
No, like I do a lot of the front end stuff, like the stuff that you see. Like you're always gonna see me putting things up and getting ready and
But-
all that. But
but
they
think
do
of-
a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
But think about this. They didn't want me to buy in at the price, which isn't that high, but they've paid me more than that to help with other tournaments.
That was your whole financial deal, was that we would basically have your help for free because you would want this company to succeed, but you were like, I could just make money off of you guys at that point because we would have to pay you.
But again, yeah, I mean, of course, if I had to pay, why would I pay in when I can charge y'all?
Yeah,
But wouldn't it make
fine.
would it make more sense to just let me in?
And that
No.
Why wouldn't it not? You've already paid me more than the buy-in.
With the plan, again, not trying to talk trash or anything.
No, talk
But with
it.
the plans I had originally and that I still preach to this day is I expect this thing to get pretty big, and just letting somebody come in free, even though it wasn't like a big price to get in, it's just.
I'm gonna say that even if we did let you in, you'd still I think it would be a detriment to you. I honestly do, because if we were the ones capitalizing on all of your talents and stuff, we'd be holding you back. So you staying out and charging us and growing yourself. I mean, let's be real. Your personal business has grown because of Texoma.
I could
People have
contribute.
seen a lot of your stuff because of Texoma, because you make it and it's fantastic. And I think you should absolutely get paid for that every time. Every time.
I appreciate it, and I don't want this to veer towards me. I just want to throw my
Nah.
2
Yes,
cents
he
out
did.
there.
Hey, let me buy in
I'm just
right
call-
now.
wait.
So how much is it to buy in right now?
Yeah, me and Marcus are the new owners. We're buying it all. Me and Marcus. I'll go half. Let's go half.
Bro, go ahead.
Let's go half.
Bro, just give me a number.
They'll see.
You can have mine right now. No,
we could have valuations.
Yeah.
like when we initially started it, it really wasn't much, because
Mhm.
the reason I wanted to be part of a business was to protect us, because we were doing all this stuff with no protections at all.
100% remember that. I
Thank
remember that.
God nothing's happened. Thank God nothing's happened.
I remember Ryan sweating at PR Wars when the sheriff came in.
Oh yeah, dude. Like
dope story though.
Yeah, he was
That's
cool.
a dope
he was
story.
cool, but I remember at first we were all like, "Uh-oh,
Oh yeah, I thought we were done.
we're done for."
so, like yeah, I just wanted to make it official and not be personally not be shelling out money out of my own pocket constantly, because I was paying for stuff all the time. Half the stuff we have is because of stuff that I bought. And I did that because I wanted this scene to grow. I'm very proud of this scene. I think it's fantastic. But yeah, that's why I got in. That's why I was part of the business. I don't know about any backdoor DMs that Ryan does, but
I'm just gonna say Ryan do be having some selective memory. I don't know.
No,
if it's,
I mean,
let's be real.
someone had to take that initial step.
This all did start. I mean, we've been doing this. The business has been officially formed for
Almost
a year, 2 years,
almost
now?
3 years. We started
Oh, we've
we've
done two
started-
tax returns. So
Yeah,
we're going on the third year right now. It's hard to remember stuff.
A lot is, but you got to think.
I hold a grudge.
And now, in all honesty,
bro, same.
hold a grudge. Wait, what? Why?
I'm just wilding, but I do hold a grudge.
You still want to come in for free?
No,
Okay. Well then, what
I don't know. We talk about that. We talk about it.
The real
Goes
conversation
down
about
in the
all this is
DMs.
going to happen in the DMs
Me
later.
and Marcus are buying y'all. That's just all there is to it.
Oh, you can.
I'm down.
1,000.
You know what? I'm
Jesus Christ.
The one thing.
You only got 3 setups.
1,000.
Per share?
You only
Wait a
got
minute.
3
Per share.
setups.
Ooh.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Whatever.
Let's go.
But like I said,
Besides
man,
making a deal,
I-
besides
What do you
making
think
a
of all this,
deal.
Marcus? I'm sorry.
no, man, the reason why I accepted y'all at the mansion, man, because I love what y'all guys do, and it's awesome that from hearing this story, most of this podcast, I'm chilling, but I'm listening to the story, y'all came together like puzzle pieces, and y'all guys was from Wichita, they guys from Lawton, y'all both started at the same time, but then once y'all got meet in the middle, it's just man, we got something is going on. At one point, Vic the money man, he saw the money into it. My man over here, he saw the organization. You all the clout. That's how it is.
Clout.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Okay.
So yeah, but I'm just saying, you're the face. You're like the face. So like you're the man. So all of y'all came together. Like to me, I think I met Gabe once, and that was it. Like he came to a tournament.
You've met him a few times.
Yeah.
You've met him a few times.
So yeah. So like, and to me, that's the mystery man, you know. And then, like I said, you know, my dude Caleb over here, man, he's the man with the camera that's showing it off, and y'all using all your talents, and that's the coolest thing.
And see, that's the only gripe that I have, because I've said this multiple times in our marketing chat. Again, we talk like all the time, but when we're working together is when we're the best.
Yes.
Just like what Marcus said.
100%.
Like when we're all on point, and we have to all be on point. Not picking out anybody in particular, but like when we are all together working, we can't beat. That's just all there's to it.
I agree. Like for whatever reason, Texoma is special. Like there's something about us that is enticing to bigger scenes. Like just hearing compliments from top players about this crappy tournaments that we've thrown in the past. Like just knowing that people are welcome here and people are willing to come back, willing to drive 3-4 hours for a local.
Exactly.
Like that's insane to me. Like you guys are crazy. I don't know why you would do that.
I wouldn't do it.
I don't even want to drive for my own locals that far. Like I drive an hour and a half every day. Like I don't want to do that, but I do it because I love this scene. I really do. And you're absolutely right.
Yeah. And I think that's it as far as like what I really wanted to grill y'all and give y'all my take about. I don't really have anything. Do y'all have anything else to say? Y'all have anything to
Bro, where's my Huncat jersey?
Right?
I just got to say, I wanted a chance to bring it up, but this has nothing to do with like TDS or Texoma or anything. I've known, like, I used to see Marcus was everywhere. Yeah. Literally everywhere. Like back in high school when I first met him, I think it was at the GameStop in the mall.
Yeah.
And then he would disappear for a little bit, and then I started seeing him at Tilt. Yeah. And then I wouldn't see him for a while, and then I saw him at Game Exchange. And then, like it was like I think it was like 4 or 5 reps. I was like, I didn't know his name. At the time. I was like, dude, who are you? I was like, and he was always so nice. And
I'm the same. Like I would see Marcus all the time, but I never really like talked to him. I feel like we just kind of started running into each other. And then even now we do weddings together. Yeah. Like quite a bit. So it's like, it's just natural.
But that's what I was saying. Like I never could have imagined, like when I would see him, like I said, he'd always be friendly. Like, what's up, dude? Like always the coolest dude. And I would tell my buddies like,
this is the coolest guy.
Yeah, easily.
So the way I met you, like officially, was we was in line for Toys R Us, RIP Toys R Us. We was in line, and either I was behind you or you was in front of me, and I think we was trying to go get like an exclusive or something, but we was talking about amiibos. Then that's when I start seeing you everywhere.
Yeah, that could have been when I worked at Toys R Us, because I did work at Toys R Us back in the day too, so I might have been working there too.
And I think kind of with y'all, like me and Marcus maybe kind of like rub shoulders with similar people. When we first came in to get the PR Wars sponsorship, and like he was showing us, remember he went to try to show us Big Blue?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
One of y'all asked, you know Caleb, and he was like kind of like, yeah. And it's only because like I felt like that too. Like we kind of rubbed shoulders with a lot of people, and like that before then we really didn't talk like that. I would see him all the time, but eventually, from that we start being cool, and then with the wedding stuff. But
I would shout you out a lot back then. Yeah. I was nice. Oh, I should have known. If I'd have known how you would end up, I used to shout you out all the time.
We could be the dream team today. I'm just saying.
Anytime I talk to,
I just want you guys to just kiss already. Like the sexual tension is insane.
We could be the dream team.
And I tried to get you in.
Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, right here.
I tried to get you in.
Michael Jordan,
what about this marketing business you guys been talking about?
We'll get bro, not disciplined enough, bro.
Yeah. Oh, that's you, bro. What you talking about?
That's part of it too. Like, bro, just not disciplined.
What about the venue?
What do you mean?
The venue that we want.
Okay, well that's different.
What about the venue? Hey,
bro,
I
tried. Oh no.
We're never cutting you out.
I trust all y'all, but like, not disciplined enough. That's just
hold up. So I wasn't gonna say start getting into it, but But I'm the one, and I will gladly proclaim this. Who's the one that has done almost 100% of the business dealings for Texoma?
I'm out.
For the entirety, for every event, for every venue. Who's the one that always goes? I talk to all the sponsors. I talk to all the venues. I talk to all the.
I see you.
I'll give you this.
Are you kidding?
I'll give you this. Hold on. Ryan is a good middleman. That's all.
Oh my God.
That's why you put him in the middle.
I bring all these pieces together, bro. I will say it right now. If I wasn't involved from the beginning, if it was, and the other two running everything up.
No, for sure.
And there is actually a story, which I don't want to call out Vic because he's on my team now. But there was a time where him and Noah had a whole plan to sell the entirety of Texoma to. It would have been bad.
Oh,
Just
wow.
put it that. And I put a stop to that. I was like, no. I was like, hell no. What are you thinking?
We weren't selling anything.
No, bro, it was.
We were gonna
Big money
This is
bucks
news
right
to
there.
me.
And this is
all the
more
business.
of a funny story.
You'll get
Yeah.
the leaks here. Me and Noah were just trying to form our own TES first before it even started.
This is what
this
back. Yeah.
Can you imagine Noah the businessman?
and dude, and I'll tell you because it was this night.
Talk about the
it
leaks,
was,
for
and this is
real.
like OG chats. I'm saying, him and I think it was just you and Noah came over. You're like, we need to talk about this now. Big business idea, blah blah blah. Noah's talking it up. He comes over and they're like, yeah, we're partner. I can't even bring it up, but it was a terrible idea, and all I had to be like,
And I'm not
was
here-
no. I was like, hell no.
And I'm not here to discredit this man because he's definitely undeniable as far as starting this, helping with the scene, and helping. You could argue that he is the face of Texoma, and I'll give him that because a lot of people associate him with Texoma. That's going to change, but he is, like I said, a middleman between a lot of stuff. He'll communicate, and he's good at that. We'll leave it there. But yeah, we'll leave it there. But yeah, whatever.
Here we go.
Whatever.
Hey, I just need.
We could have been the dream team. We could have been.
I feel like
He
y'all
says
st-
this
I
after
feel-
he says yes. I didn't.
I feel like y'all still the dream team.
I agree.
Like really,
I agree.
but
I
it's the USA.
I think the
dream team.
pieces.
Yeah, we can't be on the same basketball team.
I think the
as,
pieces fell where they needed to fall.
Yes.
I can agree.
It's kind of crazy.
I agree, and I think we're in a good spot, to be honest. I'm just pulling strings, giving my take of how I remember things happening. But at the end of the day, we're good now. We're good. Everything's going well. When y'all ready to sell TES, me and Marcus got it. You know, when how much? Y'all $750.
I will still say, as much as this means I'm giving credit to Caleb, that nobody, and I mean nobody in the entire, I'll say in the country, touches our level of production and what we do. Are just things that make us different.
I will give Ryan credit too, because he definitely be shouting me out. I gotta give him credit.
Always. It's too damn much.
I appreciate it though. I do appreciate it, and y'all the homies. Let's just leave it at that. I think we're running. Yeah, we've been talking for a while. Let's cut it now. One more question. What happened with TES Knox? I'm just kidding. Okay, we don't even know.
I wish we could tell you.